Hello, everyone. Um, I debated whether or not I even wanted to do a um, Father's Day video. Um, my father passed in 1997, and well, it's just funny how life has a way um, of sometimes repeating itself even when you don't initially see it. Often it has been said that, there's no bond that's stronger than the bond between a mother and her child. And I'm not going to be the one to argue that case or argue against that case. What I will say is that if you're fortunate enough to either have your parents in your life or to have had parents in your life, sometimes if you're on the son side of things, what you'll notice if you're very observant, perhaps in your later teens, if you're not observant like myself, probably quite a bit later, that you start to, in some ways, turn into your father. It was probably 2000, 2001, I'm guessing, that something had occurred where I found something funny. I laughed at it, and almost in mid-laugh, I kind of cut myself short because right then and there, something that I probably already knew subconsciously, in this case I knew consciously, and that was when I laughed, I could hear my father's laugh. And in some ways that was kind of spooky. But what is spookier for me, since I lost my mother in 78, I can no longer hear her voice. I remember the love that she gave me, and I remember having good times with her, but I can't hear her voice anymore. Kind of makes me wish we had, some tape recording devices back then, which we did have, but my family didn't have those kind of things for themselves. So, there's nothing documented. Anyway, it's just such an odd thing to hear someone that you love come through your voice. And this goes beyond whether or not you are like your father or not. You could be worlds apart in terms of philosophy, in terms of religion, in terms of politics, in terms of a whole matter of things. I mean, a whole number of things. But nonetheless, at its core, you still recognize your father in yourself. And I would imagine the same is true for daughters and mothers. And I don't know. I didn't really have, per se, a point to this video other than just wanting to state some things as it relates to my dad. And while by no means was he a perfect dad, I did cherish him in my life. He was the kind of guy that actually would give you his last dollar if you were hurting. The veritable give you the shirt off his back type. And his generosity and empathy did not make him less of a man, but more of one. And I envy those of you who still have your fathers in your lives, and mothers, that you're able to confide in, be comforted by, and gain knowledge from. I can only wish for you, if any of you out there are estranged with your parents, always just remember the larger picture. And because no one stays here forever, and we really do need to appreciate those who are in our lives while they're in our lives. Well, before I end up making this too much of an emotional deal, I guess I'll cut this off here, and thank you for listening.